I don't want to use the full page, so I'm going to start just draw the areas that I'm going to use. I'm going to draw a little smaller. I'm going to make the horizon line a little bit lower than the middle. Okay, that is the horizon line. And I have the tree coming in from this side over here, really blur, so we're going to deal with that. So I'm going to have a less tree on this side, a little bit more tree on this side, so like a break a little balance. When you draw the car or the objects, and the best way to deal with it is don't think about it as a car. Okay, you think about a car, you have to think about the metal, you have to think about the blend, the made, and now we only see it's a white shape, gray shape, dark shape. Much simpler when we're dealing with just the shape. We're gonna make this shape a little bit taller than the others. Okay, have a little shape over here, and there is another shape a little lower, and I have a little small shape over there. So try to have a shape over there. Have a smaller shape, a little small shape, a little bit like that. And interesting, I also have two figures walking on the street. So I'm gonna have it like create the areas here, and have another one. Eliminate some of the guesswork, especially when you paint watercolor. You don't have much time to think when you are in the process. You have to do it really quickly, and so try to eliminate some of the guesswork so you can paint more confidently as you start it. Okay, that's good. So look at the blur. There's a building in the background here. So get the building here and make the building a little bit taller than the one in the picture. Okay, here. Like this. So have some details on the tree on this side. You don't have to draw exactly that much details. A little bit detail indicate the buildings is fine, because this actually is much closer to us than in the background. The window over here. Okay, and probably we're going to have a little footprint on the center over here. This is we're going to create that. Okay, so the composition's already done. We're going to use a big brush, this big brush. I'm going to start making there are three primary colors. Okay. Keeping the color palette small as a three color especially make your mind it's just much simpler. And you don't have to think about, oh, what is that purple colors? What we see is only three colors in every colors. There's no purple color at all. This is red and blue colors, and get a little yellow color in here. Okay, get a little more red. Okay, good. We're gonna start with very much about lots of wet. Do it. Very wet. Probably gonna keep the area for the lamp. Gonna step. So I'm gonna keep the top of the car, the shape over here. Get down to the middle, we're gonna get a little bit more fuzzy, a little blur. Okay, I'm gonna start get a little more color. Call a little bit yellow. Here we go. Simple. Okay, here we go. That's good. Okay. Get into here. Still wet. The whole thing is still wet. This is good. And some building over here. Let's make the whole thing wet first. Lots of wet. Lots of wet. Okay, here we go. Let's keep it wet for a little while. And then we're going to come in here. And we're gonna give some little detail. One is just like get a little bit less water on the paper, and we're gonna start putting other color into it. So it depends on how much water on the paper. Okay, a lot more water. Whatever color you put on the paper is gonna be it's gonna go. So it'll be this. You get when this is all dry, we'll be getting a really all the line you put on the paper would have a sharp edge. So anywhere in the middle, with like a very blur or less blur. So you're gonna be control of how much you want it. Okay. So here I'm gonna take away some of the water. So that way let it dry a little bit faster later. Okay. Okay, good. A little bit. Okay. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna start working into get a little bit more blue colors. I want a little bit blue color at the front over here. I'm gonna start getting a little color at the front over here, like just the side of the brush. Okay. And I'm gonna putting a little color over here, a little shape. You can see the shape over there. Okay, a little shape here. Yeah, a little shape here. You can very much like a flat shape. It's fine. On this side, I don't want to connect with the outside shape. So be a little careful how much you want to touch it. Okay, you touch it too much, and it will just get into really wet. So on this side, we do the same. Color over here. With the color there. So what you see is just the shade. How much the shade? What is the shade? Here is a little lighter. So make that lighter. I'm just going to use a clean brush. Just take away some of the color from the color I just put on. So now I'm going to start putting a little shape over here, a little kind of texture here, maybe a couple of the footprint. Which is not even in the pictures. Okay, now I have almost like I have colors everywhere now, right? Have some color over here, some color over there, and also I'm going to put a little smaller shape. Okay, over here. Maybe change the brush a little bit smaller shape. Now we go. Now we're getting a little smaller brush. Okay, let's see. What about purple color? It's going to come out. Purple with the yellow, and that will become neutral. I put a little color over here. When it's wet, put a little dark color over there. And some dark color here. Small shape is fine. Okay, like that. Probably should be a little lighter. Okay. Maybe a little too dark. With that, a little bit, kind of a little shade. Okay, now here I want a little bit more blur. It's kind of like already. I'm gonna add some color in here, add some water in here. Wash my brush, make sure it's just clean. So I'm gonna have disturb some of the old colors. This kind of getting a little dry, so I'm gonna blur that a little bit. Because I do want that to be more fuzzy, because right in this more like a distance right here. This more in the distance. I'm gonna have that a little fuzzy. That's fine. That's interesting. Partially the background, the area is already kind of dry already. So we're gonna have to act really quickly. So this is still kind of wet over there. So I'm going to do that later. Probably be building. We can lay it back to like when it's everything dry before I do that. Getting into that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start doing the trees. So less water. Okay, a bit more blue. Okay. So we're going to see. Let's see what we're going to do. See something over here. First. Probably gonna do it a couple layers, okay? because some blur, some have a little more details. Okay. Okay. And on this side, do the same. Now I'm going to do it really quickly. Okay. Now I think it's a little late now, so it's fine. So what we're going to do, we're going to start. It's going to add some water to the color area. So we're going to get that moisture. So I'm going to use a bigger brush and pushing the color in. Okay, what we're going to do, we'll go red over there. Make it kind of purplish colors. Let's see. It's going to have a little bit a line over here. Put the shape over here. Put some dark color here to define the smaller shape. Okay, a little dark color, dark shape there. So I'm gonna have a little bit of gray color for the shadow side, for the building. Let's get a little warmer color to it, like this. Okay, let's see. It's going to add some rectangular shape. A little dark color here, a little bit. So see the thickness of the branches. Just about finished. Put other suggestions of the building. So get a little bit yellow, so make it a little bit more greenish colors. Okay, yellow, red, and blue all together. So I think this could be a little bit lighter. Okay, what I'm gonna do, just put a little colors for the shape.